Yo, kelekwa munu, good evening. Aboya una no wena fo. Ekenenge, asinya malo dimma. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Africa. Good evening, Divine. I don't know where you're watching from. I don't even know who is watching, but whoever is online watching me right now, if I have an update on what's going on in Africa, I now feel a tremendous change. If I am more wise since new paradigm shift. Some people are out there. Even as I speak to you now, some idiot no now whoever akita na aka akiko Jesus. Ndị na-agọtara ebe a na-eje, a na-ezuzugharị. Ị na-agwafa na ife a na-eme na ife a na-eme. It's good kita na Africa na Febini na-arise onye ọbụla na afịa. Ụmụ anụmanụ aka nọ Nigeria ebe a na-akọgheri give your life to Jesus na-akọ shit. Imagine this time onye ọbụla nọ n'ọfịs, onye ọbụla nọ na-arụ ọrụ, somebody enwe time blue microphone na-akọ rubbish. Yesterday I saw a video of a woman nọ na-eme Holy Ghost fire ebe ụnọ na-agba ọkụ. Ụnọ na-agba ọkụ, nwaanyị ahụ nọ na-eme Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire ga-agbanye ọkụ a. Iji fire Holy Ghost bụ na-etinye ya n'ebe ọkụ na-agba. Dead and stupid mentality ndị be anyị. Ihe a Africa na-atụ ụjọ since. Ha afugo that not be possible. Face your fear. Fear has been the greatest enemy of man since inception. If I na-atụ ụjọ, one day face ya. I was educating my wife, was it not yesterday morning? Can you black all through? Anytime when you black all through, oh, will you fall off? Or cheta mbosi nwere accident because that day in black all through. Or cheta accident or cheta kwalumia what's your name? And after that accident, na mwa tried to conquer the fear by ijikwe that same kanji accident. We apply is here from Asaba to Lagos. Na ya see some more jirikwe black all through. Can't free her again because no one akwụkwọ about a general. Oge ọbụla ọ nọ n'ụlọ ka egbulie, ọ nọkwa n'ụlọ ka egbulie ka ọ nọ na war front. Ndị a abịazie na traumatize ya na-enye ya nsogbu. O wee meetie somebody wee kọchala ya that thing. Onye a wee gwa si ya na efe ị ga-eme bụ if that particular place a ị na-afụ oge ọbụla ebe a egburu na ị ga-aga na that valley. Ilu ebe ahụ kpọrọ ndị akpọ ndị otu gị ha ruo di ya na fa ga-arapụ gị shift so gị ga-anọ lahụ ebe ahụ that night. Ị ga-alahụ na that valley alone. Nwọkasị oke kpọrọ eji ya ndị bi ezi ya na ebe a niile luo di ya abalị ọsị ha na ya chọrọ ịnọ alone ha shift ndị a kwụsị ya ọdọ ebe a tọọ ute ya lahụ di ya chiefu ọteta ụra fụ na ọnwụrọ. After that the fear apụọ ya n'ime. Etu a ka mmadụ si akọ nka fear ya. Africa maamị ha na-atụrụ ụjọ na ha ji ụgwọ IMF, ICC, America, this and that. America jere Vietnam ọgụ ha gbara ọsọ di ya. Ha jere Afghanistan n'anya ya ka ịfụ ha gbara ọsọ di ya. America dị over exaggerated. O wutere m efu ihe Ramaphosa ji eje eme na America. The same how afugo ihe awa na-eme bụ to attack South Africa. Ka South Africa hapụ iche ka esi ya eme ihe anụnwa na-eme na Burkina na gbapụsịa ha because na South Africa ha nwere influence ebe ha nwesi very very big all their companies nọcha dia. So ha na-atụ ụjọ seeing na South Africa bụ allies with Russia as BRICS member. Ha na-atụ ụjọ ya ka eji wee bute propaganda na white farmers this that. White farmers akwa ife aka pictures ha. Ọkwa ha nwere ID na America na South Africa. Si run no ID fa ka afụ ndị a no wee gburu let their families come forward. One of their families ka egbu eweta ID ka check enya n'ọkụ. This show na onye anwụrụ anwụ because na onye ọbụla anwụ na South Africa a na-record ya record. Aka wepụta ka afụ ndị a niile egbu na South Africa. All those white farmers. Ka agwa how many black farmers egbukwuru egbu di ya. A na-egbu ndị white na-egbu blacks, which Nigerians a na-egbu anyị steady. Eburu the propaganda jebe ka o bụ ụzọ nye ha that refugee status. Blacks nọ na ka inye refugee status. One I like ebe ha na afụ na. I like it. I like it. I don't want to talk about Nigeria because if I was a soldier in the Nigerian army, if I was a soldier, heaven knows if I'm menu. Heaven knows if I'm genu. I tell you now, if we the next thing I for this our neighbors, Cameroon, Kenya have next. As a Russian over the Okunisi, now competing P, now call it. Onya mega potagwa nyagi intel ife na-eme na Sambisa forest. Nobody cares. Even in the parliament, they don't even talk about it. You couldn't tell about ụmụ agadi na agadi akọghịrie. Ekwu na ihe kwụsị ịdachi Nigeria kịta abụọ between 35 and 43. More 35 and 45. Anụ nwere obi. Name captain, ọkwa captain, ọkwa major, goji abụ general, goji abụ brigadier, ọkwa captain. And this guy since ya Hoban, omekwa onwe ya major general, goji eme onwe ya field marshal, ọ ka remain with that captain. Na-eme ihe niile ọ na-eme. Ihe ndị a ji echi ekikita abụ. Are you saying that killings should be normalized? Killings where? Where are they killing and who are they killing? Ọ bụrụ na America chọrọ stand up na na-egbu mmadụ, let them stand up for the whole killings na-aga everywhere, even na nke na-eme na America. Ka na-agba na a na-egbu mmadụ na America. Mmadụ one ka polisi gburu na America aha ekwuru okwu ya. A na-egbu blacks na America. Guy, if you want to talk about peace, talk about justice. In the absence of justice, peace is just delusion. Amaghị na ghọta na ihe niile ahụ ndị ọcha nọrọ n'Africa onoluba mgbe ha ga-abịa ya mgbaghalụ, why ha ji wedizie much concerned na-egburu white farmers. Ihe a na-egbu na Gaza na aka ihe America mere about it. Ugbo ole ka a kpọrọ Netanyahu jụọ ya gị na-eme na Gaza. Ka ICC nwakọ ICJ International Criminal Court issued arrest warrant for Netanyahu, ngị mmemme emeba ya arrest. Americans na-ekwu na ha chọghịzi ka a na-afọndụ ndị America, ndị Israel ka ha wee na-egbe ndị agha adịna. Gịnị ka Trump mere? O ji wee dị much concerned about white farmers na South Africa. Malema bụzi mkpa ya kịta. Malema bụ a voice. Malema bụ a true African soldier. Yes. Agwabunu since 2010, 11, in my broker, since that draw inspiration from Julius Malema. Ogo na form Bedu Party. Ogo Kano go to na ANC as ANC Youth League leader. The guy was talking tough. That age we kick here out. On even ANC. Now go ahead and echo CD. Now point out those corrupt leaders. Even Akalia were form one gear, but I don't do Western. I wish now our own Mazen Nandi Kano got form his own political party. Move when you not get Jumia, we fight that injustice in a legal way. Anyone have to say, need to prescribe here. No will ever matter that draw this inspiration. I wasn't just talking, only helpful. And that Julius Malema as an opposition, with a sanity na South Africa, because all men, now some of the policies ANC name, how much acquire a parliament, which now somebody like that, no man. Hagana dance to the tune of Ndiabo the imperialists. Don't when they are about of Ndiji, even the stock exchange of South Africa. Ndiji guys, those farmers, Ndiji guys, all the key positions in their economy. Ona about the Lagos City. Yeni na gananya. All your say boeba. That's so it's supposed to be. Because someone needs here through that political way, if they go this thing, I know Nigeria today. The people in a fight, got a way to suppress you. But only within that their circle. They got more. Okay, they got opportunity to see more. They got opportunity, never the ground. You get you will fight, yeah. Because any of them, somebody like our own Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I know very well. Not only if any can now that's IPOB now. Or no, if I never had a political party. Somebody like Governor Nika Dunapola. How you went on? Here in the Mogana direct. Zulum Canon Kanu, Oga Wedola, and even in Ganduje and Doji. Ogana point here, and even in a gate change. In Anifuna Nigerians, many Nigerians go to the north to serve. Nara is around, Nebel Bokinano. Upon Kebining, Aprugon Kebining, the DSS may get arrest because not that support to Burkina. Tinubu, Melo, President Traore, invite Gaban Kata like father and son. So now, Casey never invite. Somebody has support to the person. What's the essence? On a mother was there right here view, yeah. I like this pattern. Use your constitutional right. As long as you are not hurting anybody. In this country, both Nigeria now, I will equal stake. If I have democracy, you can say your mind, I can say my mind. Freedom of speech. As long as I don't make coerce people against the government. This is my mind. I prefer this, and I like the way it's going. Now, when you go to Burkina Faso, now education is free from nursery to tertiary. It's free for all the citizens. Guinea got the wrong mobile and where. Get resources found what I never. How will gold? I will gold in Zamfara. Here will oil. I will oil. So why are you not introducing free education in Nigeria? So I want to have a country in Africa where that education, basic education, or whatever education system ever they introduce, free. Why won't we support it? Do we have a difference? Only Burkina Faso, Nigeria, you can't even spot the difference. We are one skin color. Even in Ghana, because we are here in Africa. If we find ourselves out there in Europe now, if you wouldn't even know. No one can see Burundi, no one can see Burkina, no one can see Niger. You wouldn't know the difference. Even in South Africa, I have in West Africa, the same day. I guess it was on Thursday. How do you call Thursdays? I have in the West Africa jail. If that day, I found Somalia. I had a that day self. Yeah, you got for Ghana, Nigeria, even Cameroon. No one case group. I can have the same day. I did that day. I have one as brothers because all the same day have a fight together. So when something good is happening in one of our neighborhoods, we're supposed to be happy for them, hoping that one day it will equally be good for us. Nobody in Nigeria likes the way things are happening. How can I be buying fuel 1,000 in my own country where I may produce oil? Why is it that our refineries are not working? All those money in the JB, loans now. Why did the loans we fix our refinery? And when somebody says don't like this system, it be against that person. What nonsense! The reality on the ground, wherever I suffer here, somebody is there with microphone talking rubbish, telling people about heaven that exists I don't know what is wrong with us. The world, the busy. No move towards reality, how to better their laws. Why can't we manufacture our own drugs? We have to depend on the West, not wine and wine. And that doesn't call for concern. If somebody says, no, we don't want it anymore, we want to be able to produce what we use. That is the only thing that can boost the economy of any state or country. When you can produce your own products and use them. So whoever cares to use your product, you can now export and make money. Is that not what China is doing? And today China is up there. Africans were forced to go and sign any weapon. So how can I lose now fund terrorism in Africa? Isiabis in America, Jebe Iraq, Jeba, Gavia, Tony Blair, jee ghasasịa Iraq, gbuo ndị niile egwuregwu na ihe niile destroy na that country, and today none of them was arrested. Those masterminders, even Barack Obama, why eji happy or can I get free? Onwe case to answer me. Mani ga demo Africa, chonye Garcia, no si Julius Malema say, no si Kidi Boas. Provide on the Bukai. The same way the DSS in our call. No, you're not the Kanu group. No, cross from Nanka. The update put on the DSS, they deny, or how much they did put that Kamas and Nandi Canada Kenya. Then how did he get back to Nigeria? Look at the country I call our own country. EFCC went as early as 3 a.m. this morning in Benin to arrest over how many people? Over 20 something people, young boys. What kind of republic is this? Banana republic. Everything is upside down. Okay, boys can attack you. So no kidnappers. A whole government. No case you run government. Candidate want brain. Next time they arrest. If you are not to Afro here. In Nigeria with their intelligence, we don't actually pick family pick you. Army would be the last option for governance. Army would be the last option. Nobody wants army. But in this case, the way Africa, she went on wearable puppets, all these leaders in Africa, the way has wearable puppets in the hands of the West. I tell you, the army itself, come on. Because someone, you can't write an army now. Army with discipline. Army with discipline. You can't dictate for them. When they are serious, they are serious. I remember when Abacha was here. Oh no, can they we have? Oh no, can they we have? We don't know what to say. Pollute everywhere. We're not saying pollute the environment. Useless state, useless people. Now what one everywhere. Then disturb the vicinity. Then disturb business places because they have Jesus. Nonsense people that cannot wake up to reality. Imagine. Everywhere. Nonsense people that has no idea how people can wake up and make money, how they can turn their fortune around. They will have the idea, just telling people how they can repent and give their life to Jesus. Obunambo a terrorist on there can give you the hano. If put up in there, oh well, evangel of when I say we Muslim, Naira Kala Hakubalu, Siamu Chiogon. No, if a Muslim, na Christian, no more religion now. The world they do us well now. If you can take away this nonsense now, let's face us as humans. Let's face each other as humans. Then what we saw this things now, I go why I can I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian, I'm this, traditionalist. What has that got to do with as human beings? Let's stay together as brothers and let's move our lives in a better direction. Now what on the men street. So you want Jesus, you talk about the disturb on your puppets, hearing and they Christians, noise makers, no actions. That's why you can't align with India. How many worst people you can come close to? Nigeria a Christian Muslim ticket. Getting the last Muslim. Even though with the fake bishops, what did they do? The same Christians are subjugating. The same Christians congratulations. Imagine this kind of people. Number I'll battle this people. Now just a moment. trust me now. When you go in how is warning now. I want them to take this nonsense up there and forever. This business place. If you have anybody do business, if you want to need to stop. Nonsense people. Why don't care they can mad? Before I will look at your God or whatever no, we don't need God in our business, man. We don't need him. If I need him, we'll lock in whatever we're doing. But we say no God, we'll lock. Then they are not forever. What has all this noise got to do with the bad economy? Noise. Being on a bad economy already, you need your noise. When your economy is bad, you need the solution on how to make your economy better. And if you are looking for solution, you must remove yourself from a noisy place. If you are able to somebody with sense, before you can think of something that will materialize to your benefit, you are not in a same society which is noiseless. That's why the Bible and okay one sense. If you don't know what nonsense God not there to listen to what? Nigeria need both men and women. Says honey name and letter. And make an issue from this in Nigeria where poor. Now have no sense. Jeba, you see, I go to go in manifestable ambience. In manifestable that before you get checked with this way, you need the solitude, you need the quietness. Ever on the correction center, you are never to there. Yes, you want to get the bag about book, you see who work on a taxi job. On a teacher, bring a what teachers all heads on desk. Also, la hola. Kisi joy come money for nene. You got a Nigeria eba. Upon the pot dia. Keke ne bu pepepe. Okada ne bu pepepe. Trailer jima honunkia. Omo mpotu dia everywhere. Ndị na-azụ aka onye ji bankata. Onachi oja. Ndị church blue loudspeaker. Buju everywhere. Blue megaphone. They disturb everywhere. Kedu ka igesi eche ka mmadụ. That's why things are getting worse. Nigerians, even Jupiter are mad people. I'm telling you. Yes, okay, Jaka is cooling off now. If I just say about a better person. I'm telling you now, the noise got drop. Sometimes they need to get check here something. Check here. When I come here to give my message, if you are towards a prosperous people or nation, I pray for the match to go heaven. Which na the mother them on the sea that chua, Ubo no abuna help Kita and I remember be Alebana. Which na never speaker have made you what is here. No never or police. If you want to do this rubbish, go inside your church and do that nonsense. If you are a business premises, ever more than millions of this building no need me kita na adult like 33 line give like 2 million naira 2 million plus over quite how many offices there are? About 4. So man church can be see able to raise that money be able to noise to what do you want? Israel can journey with to book or put their guinea with that. Budia Jaban Nagona, Jaban Nagua, why you go on Nagu join one. Rubbish people, church everywhere, and the country keeps going down. After Oko pastor, Kogini no Nahia, Oyabana tap went to his blessings in the Manalajical Valley. If you are the one can move from sense in this year, they can't think like normal people, and that's what government wants. Government doesn't want anybody that will think better. Government doesn't want somebody that will find a way forward for the people. If I try to go down with another round, whatever they do, I call it puppet. The same thing the West teach for Africa, so that all African countries will just remain like this. That's why they are not bothered. Now the kind of presidents I want in Africa. Nigeria is about 90 something. Or even though not have 45 age, yeah. I didn't want to have to go away, see now on that one. Imagine how many years Papi had. So Papi had 10 years older than Oyo present. Papi had 70 something, which they had 10 years plus, and then they were almost 90. The president of Cameroon, or he's not even living in Cameroon. Shift to power, no. You can see other countries of Africa, old men. Why don't you step out for a younger person to come in? Yeah? A young person now born with passion for what is happening, blue history, man, what this imperialism means. We check here the sufferings of our people in the hands of these people. Check here slavery. Check here colonialism. You check all these things. If that these people doesn't mean well for you, you don't even need to go to them for anything. Hand back invite. It's not any more chance. All their embassies you close when you have let them go. I know na mmiri ndị Cote d'Ivoire na ship ndị France dock their warship ma Benin Republic via Togo. Ihe niile a na-aga ihe abụ ka ha gba ndị awọ. That's why nke a na-eme na Cote d'Ivoire kịta onye ọbụla laikiri ya na-atụzi aka next Bye-bye. Tinubu bụ president of Nigeria manifest deliver karịa mma. That change the policy, change the constitution as soon as possible, change everything about Nigeria. Why get you any more constitution since 1999 operate now? If that the thing is not working, and members of parliament have to go in several occasions in the past saying that the only problem we are having in this country is this constitution. Why don't we? Even Germany, at some point, got disintegrated. And when Western Germany, after some years, they came back again because I feel that it's better when they're together. Why don't we try? Oh, we're going to confederation. Let us practice it. Let the powers now concentrate on the blocks. Let's practice it in this current generation now. How we can handle it. Okay, make our people stand there up, work harder. What you can generate, use it for yourself. If you have gold in Zamfara, use it there. Every state where God given resources, which they talk imagine with another state, that form more ally. And to boost whatever you have. And when they will cocoa here, now Nigeria, they produce like Ondo State, they produce cocoa of more, which now without cocoa, you might go on. You might on appetite. Oh, governor, I know a book here, never case of coffee, never so many other things. And coffee and enjoy all around the world. So how get more? Ogun State will iron ore. Weapons are now iron cage area, railways construction, highway houses are needed, everything are construct buildings and whatever, all iron. Why they can't use it? That way is rubber. Rubber cage tire, rubber cage plastics, rubber cage apple one, so many other things. Which now they produce, they now must produce, we can export, and the state will be rich. Enugu State will coal. Without their coal, they can make money and progress. We are tax to the center. Anambra, as we have it today, trade, commerce, Anambra. Then finally, we have oil now. The little oil we can sell. The mayor enjoy a senior. Imo State will give oil. And then other states too, oil. River State will oil. And some other states, even in the north. Pharmacy, God-given resources. Just that they don't want to explore. When Ogo knows you have choice. Ogo hunger. Let me tell you. Ogo in the line account today, why are we surviving? Why are we surviving today? Once there is no money with you, there must be a way out. That's why you see that necessity put the mother of all invention. Once you see that you start finding a way, finding solutions, devising a means to get out of this situation in anemia, and at the end of the day, there must be a way out. If you could do the hard way, the only way. So the only way out of it, Nigga, you get something you have not done before. You can use your brain to find something out if you get the same way our states need to stand up for them and stop waiting for allocation from federal. What nonsense. Some states, when the federal government withholds the allocation, they still survive. Rivers State, we are not surviving. Lagos State, under AD or DA, under AD when Tinubu was there, they create a local government where Lagos name were 54 local governments. Obasanjo as the president said, no, never cannot happen. Hold you back, see that they can't pay them. Lagos State was still moving and surviving. Even in their treasure, how were more money than how they made it before. So we are just living in denial. We are living in denial. We know what to do and how to raise money, how to survive. Most of ndị Igbo na-agbagharị kịta na ndị Igbo efu na ewepụ that war, some of us got lazy. That war, ndị Igbo afugo that there's no way out. Hunger and to deprive of ya, block or everything. Many people force one, they have to go to the farm to survive. If not for that war, so many people are try farming. I'm not farming now about the survivor. The only means to survive at that point in time is to go into the farm. Ụfọdụ kọba n'uchi, ụfọdụ kọba akpụ, ụfọdụ kọba ede, ụfọdụ kọba nnukwu, ife dị iche iche, vegetables, ihe dị iche iche. In every household, a na-enwe catch crops. Every household, a na-enwe catch crops. Ịbata be mmadụ ị ga-afụ ya nkwụ, nothing less than 4 trees. Because the system ndị Igbo na-eme operate bụ na your house ga-adị n'ime igwezi obodo ka ihe eto ogologo pụọ wee pụọ na main road. Ọ ga-abụ ịgafeta egotebe mmadụ ozugbo. No, ọ bụrụ ife eji malụ ndị Igbo. Anyị na-achọzi western style, onye ji oburu na ya dọbịa n'ilo. Oge mbụ ụlọ gị ga-adị n'ime so that na ị ga-enwe enough compound na ebe a ka ị ga-esi na-generate if ị ga-eji na sustain yourself with these cash crops. Mango ga-adị ya, soursop, guava, ụkwa, nkwụ, ube, mango, ife niile a ga-adị inside your compound. Mmemme ga-adị ya, ose ọjị ga-adị ya. Ị ga-enwe ebe ị na-akọchanye akpụ, ede, ndukwu, onugbu ga-adị ya, ụgụ, ife ndị a niile ga-adị within ndị a. Ife na hunger to come, o siri ike, ose dị ya, okra dịcha na your garden. Ife ndị a niile ị nwere ya n'ụlọ. So kedu ihe ị na-ataziri ahụhụ? When I have, ị nwere na nke gị. Onye a nwere ka ebe ji go n'afịa na nna chọ food stuff. I don't need food stuff. I have it enough. In my barn, enwere m ji. Ije ebe nna na mkpuke ede, enwere m enough. Ije n'ugbo m enwere m akpụ. Nni dị akpụ nje kwolu nke m ga-ekwolu jee tie ya na mmiri ọ dị-eme anya mụ na ụmụ ma na-eri nke m ga-akwọ garị nkwọ ọnya garị. Nchọzie lee ife mbuluzie mango, buru ube, buru ọka jee n'afịa nlesi anya ngolu beans, golu ife ndị few things need, ego nke fọrọ afọ nsacha ya ewe si ebe a na-enye ụmụ m ifefa need by clothing, ịkpụfa isi, igolo akwa for myself and whatever, tinye ụtụ na ụmụnna. Life a na-emove. Mana since anyị nọkọtazi field, anyị achọrọ everybody wants to run away from famine. If you go even bute hunger again. Now, ndị na-benefit ebusi ndị Hausa. Ha nwa nọgidesi na famine a farmer dey benefit. Even Ebonyi State nọ into farming full time. Then at their place run out transform nike. Anyị nwazi those things anyị na-eme like trading. Anyị agba n'ọsọ n'ịgba boy n'ime nke a na nke ịzụ afịa ya bụ na chọ white collar job. Look at what is happening. Bịa na Ọnịcha na ndị na-dominate ya bụ Maazị Abakaliki. Jee na ahịa dị iche iche mana Lagos Island onye Chizeki echi nwa Abakaliki na-emere onwe ihe before you know it or stand there go there today full total transformation. Go and see for yourself. Those things ndị aka anyị malụ develop in place. Whether we decide to go to frustrate us for life, let us adapt to this system. Now this system is the only way out. And then have for result. With the money they realize never can you push some people to go to Lagos, go to the west, go to the north, go there for greener pasture, before going water. And when they go there, they make sure that every 6 months, especially August, September, Everybody must come home. You always remember home. There is home. There is home. Even normally, I wonder why is everybody traveling. So that is our culture. You must come home. Can you normally follow? So we always look up to that day. Why now? Church dominance. And then they say, I have to see Christmas. Christmas, what this time? That's why I lose everything about us. Cousin, I'm as a cousin, yeah. We don't feel each other anymore. Division, these ones are Catholics, these ones are Anglican, these ones are Pentecostal, these ones are yeah. Now can the Westonian numerous comment? Yeah, Muslims say, shut up. Remove this nonsense. Shove it inside the dustbin. Come out as a human being, and a human like you. We are humans before all this religion. Before your mom introduced you to whatever, before your parents introduced you into Christianity, Muslim, what, you are already a native of this land. So let's deal with each other as natives. We are humans first. Keep this thing away. No problem today. Allah Akbar, and so what? Jesus, and so what? What has this name got to do with our survival? But when if you like, sing Jesus from now to eternity, it can never put food on your table until you go out there and work. And for you to work, somebody needs to employ you. Somebody needs to employ your services so that you get paid at the end of the day. Am I employing your services because you are a Christian? That means I am bound to fail. I need to employ you for your expertise, for your experience, and what you are contributing to my growth. At the end of the day, you get something in return. Not telling me Allahu Akbar. What is Allahu Akbar? This is very well infused into your mentality. Then you begin to see yourself like you are more superior, more acceptable. In whose presence? In the divine presence. Who is that divine? What has that divine contributed to my life? Knowing that divinity, has it stopped me from dying? Has it stopped me from getting sick? Has it stopped me from paying taxes? What has it stopped? And what has it done to my life to improve my daily or my standard of living? Oh, you just won yourself 3 million from Sporting Bet. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. We'll talk about that, not here online. We can talk. If you're buying, especially if you're online, people cannot think of something as what do you call them, content creators. They can't think of something that can impact on people's lives. If I have selling, talking nonsense, something that can never benefit anybody, even more especially the youth, they get take over from tomorrow. I've once said it in my video that future, we're talking about the future of tomorrow, the future leaders. There is no such. What I'm living today is my future. That future I was talking about 20 years ago, has it not come? So what other future am I talking of? What's the future? What's the future? I thought by now I will be a lecturer. I thought by now I'll be a business mogul. I was thinking that by now I will be a governor. That by now I will be a barrister. That by now I will be an entrepreneur of the highest level. All those things in nature, what have I achieved? That is the question. Then we are talking about this one's coming up now. Instead of you to be a light through which they can see, you are busy talking about even you are contributing much. That's where you want to be. Amazing video that can impact, a video that will motivate. No comment. Madam Botakitas, hey, I don't know why I'm on the video. You have the video. You have the video. This one girl only have a pastor. Kala chalo lagide one boy che. Number one alapa johu. The boy. Hey, I'm going to do that young video. I will give you more than give them in peace. I will give you in peace. Don't not here. Don't come and ask me. I won't give you. Hey, ụmụ ụwa na-adọgbu onwe ha maka berezi mụ onwe m na-achọ ala dị ya n'ime ụmụ ụwa na-adọgbu onwe ha maka berezi mụ onwe m na-achọ ala dị ya n'ime oya ngwa ụmụ ụwa na-adọgbu onwe ha maka berezi mụ onwe m na-achọ ala dị ya n'ime ụmụ ụwa na-adọgbu onwe ha maka berezi mụ onwe m na-achọ ala dị ya n'ime obibi gogo biko ye ya obibi gogo biko ye ya ọkọbeli ike ga ka ijere ya ọkọbeli ike ga ka ijere mana ka anyị gbaba obi ahụ ewewo taa ewewo Susanna Susanna ijekwe onwe ego isi n'okpoko jebe kalaba isi n'okpoko jebe kalaba isi n'okpoko jebe kalaba mkpọnye oku ya nye m onye bụ mkpọnye oku ya nye onye hai agịnị ife ndị mmadụ niile they don't need facts especially in the Bible. So how are you encouraging this one saying as in all your future leaders ndị na-abịa behind you? What future do you want for them? A future ụmụazị ga-atọ ọnụ si bụrụ prostitutes, a future onye ọbụla chọrọ ịbụ a criminal na-ezu ori. Imagine somebody coming up to challenge me for saying na ọ na-abụ ụfọdụ ndị mmadụ akwụnye ha ụgwọ ego baa aka ha kụchie nya somebody where God now saying that I should say what concerns me. So it doesn't concern me when I see a brother complaining that the money which was supposed to come to him for his services, that somebody is holding it there. It's not of my concern, right? Okay, for the kind of people I may groom. I wish Nandi also can join in that line. And you all want to encourage. Can drop one video get you cake in Jakana. Efo thousands. Mbata views. That's why all the encouragement. Hana call it mancable fact, mancable fact, and I where's your Yama Mkabunke? Nika no na call the man now Jesus is able to do all things, this, that, and they put there. And you want to open people's eyes, are they against you? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Say what? We are saying the fact that there's nothing you can gain out of that name. Even though no one, somebody like that, maybe some time ago, he has no bearing in your life. What matters is how you are living your own life. You don't need to live like anybody. Live a life of purity, pure. That's all that counts. If there be any being that will judge you any day, any time, if you're gonna judge your life, not the name or whatever you believe. Why should I believe? I don't need to believe. I need to do the right thing. Once I'm doing something because I believe that I'm a reward, I need to do something with passion. Helping people, all passion. You don't force it. Yes. Oh, your mother and I access about what we. Oh yeah, go you biako. Oh boy, you gabo bro say. Forgive me na go dia na wale anya. Onye na kwa yo wale. O mo any spirit you na ga judge yasia because you don't believe in such a name. Nearly name about rubbish. Besides, it doesn't matter now. Now wait until you get there. You know area, you must see how they do it. Now you see when you get to the bridge, you must surely cross. If you were born during the Biafran war, you can never see female at this bridge in River Niger. After Cabo, before I won, you never had a day at that forever. I was in one up over Pontu, and a ferry in the man across. mana onwe ndị nọ saịdị Owerri na-agbajiela briji na onwezi ka esi enye, ụfọdụ nọ saịdị Ngwa na kwasị na-agbajiri briji na onwezi anụ ha makwa na ndị nọ Ọnịcha ka na-agafetakwa Asaba. Somebody na-agwa m na nnata Nigeria going back to nsi a look, don't make me to start thinking about going to Nigeria and coming back. Allow me to think of going to Nigeria first. Now once I get to Nigeria, coming back again to South Africa is not going to be my problem. I don't want to start looking at that paper stuff. This is Africa. All what I'm telling you, I go cross. What's the crocodile there? I'm cross here. Or if I thought I was on the way, then I died fighting for my survival. I was going to say, man. I can't remain there not today. So I have to face my fear. I went straight to the airport, find out my way in DC, where not Nigeria, the first time. Because I said for more than 4 years. Oh yeah, Nigeria never go. Come contact. Nwoke rie ego m jide my passport, nye my passport back. Mgbe ị na-ata passport abụzie wahala. Here na nzi ego n'onye wee sị na South Africa mụ na gị ga-eri nkịta nwụrụ anwụ ya. Ụsụ nwụrụ anwụ nkapụ ka mụ na gị ga-eri ya. Ma gị na ogboni ya memechago n'ihe mgbe publish afa the man, publish ya na Facebook everywhere. Say I be ready for war. Ọ bụrụ na egbe ka anyị gbaa ya ka m gbago na m nwere ụmụasị na-agba egbe n'obodo a. Gịnị mezi? Ọmọ ji weta my passport nye m. Onye go to passport m delete mgbe a na onwe ya ga-eme n'ụwa ka m delete that video. I can't. Ịmara ya anyị ga-eme. Anya dọọ ya. Akwụkwọ iji frustrate him. The time m kwesịrị nata Nigeria, I couldn't come back. Nothing. Nyekwa m ego, mgbajide the money, let me go. Now akwụkwọ a frustrate go. I need to do something. South Africa abroad the only country mmadụ na-eje. I can end up in Ghana. I can end up in Lagos. I was brought up in Lagos, so wherever my mother, and life wasn't that difficult for me in Lagos. Besides, I am not traveling because I know that my wealth, I go everywhere I'm going there with my wealth. I am rich, and when talent, I am outspoken, I can survive wherever I find myself. So from anything going back to Nigeria, then what happened? My focus then was how to get to Nigeria. I fought for it and I succeeded in coming to Nigeria. I got into Nigeria, I did all my stuff. Then when it's time for me to go back, I saw the opportunity for me, even how to go. I had to seek for a visa. First of all, I went to go do invitation from Mozambique. So I had to go to Mozambique. Out from $100. I get there and you see a visa on arrival. Then from Mozambique, I had to travel to South Africa. Contact right there. Open a better cross step. Meet, I couldn't have met them. The contact at that moment I couldn't have, which I gave to so many other people. Man. You conquer your fears. If I be very needy, if you want to build that future, you take a step. And these people now, they need to look up to you. They are looking up to you. What are you doing? Oh, that instead of telling people, I created a platform to help people. Still, don't they want to know now shit. When can the business minded? Or when can I see the noble one nature visa video now? When the contact. Or when can I see the noble nature video now? And when the contact now, Yamia, photo article can conditionally about what. So when we are talking of future, some people their future has ended even before that time I dream before. Some people they dreamt that before they got to that, they would have conquered what. Before then, faith will go up. All those things that you've not been able to accomplish, in a nation like that you cannot, is a lie. You can account to parenting as one of those futures. Can you realize that? You need that positivity, not looking unto Jesus. Jesus is not about positivity. Muslim or whatever cannot give you that. What will give it to you are building yourself with people of like minds. You do not think how to become great. Then when you come together, we now start here with push. Let's take a step. Let's begin. Let's do it. I don't know what I'm again, on Facebook, you got a future. What to live out in the future. So we don't get now practice here. The kind of men she wants on her way. People who are ready to give her money. People who are ready to give away. People who are ready to invite her. People who are ready to spend their money on her. Obro ebe ono na that dreary room ono. Go where one machine oji akwa. No see ebe a na live program or sin man nyere aka na machine na no hire. If I get full on that I think every right thinking person that I find onya good for marriage than onya never name of me on that. What a life. Everybody full of wine. This is everybody full of wine. I hope that we can wake up. Now that other African countries are waking up, I hope Nigeria follows suit. If the federal government of Nigeria didn't follow suit, we as individuals, we need to change everything about us. Our mentality, the way we think, our behavior, we need to change it. The kind of information seen and download on the internet, the kind of videos you watch, and what you allow to sink into your minds. Revolution starts with the mind. Or if you need it, revolutionize your mind, the way you think. All the news that you assimilate and absorb, you need to think through. All those conventional stories I call about Jesus, whatever, donkey talking, Jesus, David, what. You need to think. All these things are not helping anymore. For those Israelites in Africa today, are they talking about that Bible? They are surviving on their own, fighting to gain a place for their children. What are you doing? In order to Jesus to fight your battles. Instead of you to find a way, Holy Ghost fire, command this fire to stop. Dead mentality. Check their brain, when that kind of matter. Obu point at refugee camp. We don't know. We don't let you. Nigeria, giant of Africa, sleeping giant. Huh? Didn't I and how will I do when can have anything? Didn't I cannot no. I don't know trial. Have guys here name. Yes, you know what I was in the banya. Yeah, I need to teach you lesson. About stories in 1967. You were not here then. It was all stories. And you were only working on what you heard. Now that it's playing out before you, you are not even following. Give the deceit. For that nonsense here in this republic. You can't give your time to it. You can't even make a comment. Even to like. Or somebody in my research and I work that time there, digging this things out, knowing fully well that one day our children will happen on all these messages and see exactly what is taking place. And whenever you stand out for truth, you see they will come at you. They are not comfortable when you are telling people the truth. They are not comfortable when you are exposing all those lies. That's why even pastors are not even happy when we are preaching all these things. Making people to understand that this thing, religion, is scam. It is a subtle way to make you blind for life. Look at a young man holding a man older than his father, holding him like this. Very useless people. Holding a man like this. Your grandfather. All in the name of Jesus, you are delivering your papa. Idiotic people. You see an 8-year-old boy holding microphone telling you What is that nonsense? You are speaking in tongue. A pastor called that a woman. She came and spoke in tongues. Then it's also whoever that can come and interpret now, nobody. So what is this nonsense? Where there are 30 or 40 people or more in one room. This one is talking ta 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 ta. Oh yeah. This one is what is that? Just because they read that somewhere, sometime, the group of people converged in a room, and then a tongue of fire was upon their head, and they started speaking in tongues. You don't even know what is speaking in tongues. This thing was read in English, not even your language. And never before it was translated. You don't even know the original text. It was translated, and then they gave it to you. How many English people, how many Americans have you seen talking this nonsense? The largest economy today, I don't even think is America, because they exaggerate everything. Look at China. You don't hear this nonsense there. And they are busy promoting what they have. You see their martial arts. You see everything. They play it there. They use their language. Where is our own language today? We are busy going up and down. These people are Igbo. These people. You that is Igbo, where is that uniqueness in you? Where you are supposed to lead, you are not leading. Why are they saying that people from Kogi are not Igbo? If you go to Ibanke, we are Igbo. You go to River. Forget these people. Focus in your own life. Focus on your own life. Let us see that Igbo-ness. You are not behaving like an Igbo man, but you just want to grab everybody. Yeah, they are Igbo. Igala people are not Igbos. Your language might be similar. They are not Igbos. They are Igala. Nonsense. You are very stupid. You are this, that. All you need to keep a business. You were rubbish. Then what you all have done. Now, simple. Business. We can live peacefully. We can do things together. Something that can all rubbish and revolutionary. We like revolution. We start from your mind. Decolonize your mind of all this nonsense and will infuse into your brain. Purge them so that you can move forward towards a renewed mind. That's what it is. If I'm not thinking straight, if I'm not thinking right, I won't be where I am today. My bro, nobody gave me any start. I came from a very poor background. Yes. You don't even know my story. But I never relented. I decided to push on with life. I can never allow life to push me to the corner. I stood up for myself. I removed that mentality of nega dropper. I had to march along. That's why today I stand tall. I stand strong like a strong soldier. Or if I'm a soldier. All the easy, they be life from the core. With nothing. Your story and my story, bro. I started fending for myself as early as 13. Even before I got to 13. By 10 years, I was the one paying for my clothing. I was the one paying for my haircut and everything. As early as 10. With no support. But still, I am happy that my father or my parents brought me into this world. Without them, I wouldn't have been here. And when I see somebody crying that their parents has left them, I should be a source of inspiration to you, that you can still survive with or without them. I've seen parents traveling, then there was an accident, the parents died and the child survived. And today that child is doing well. These are the things we need to teach to these ones, to make them strong, give them hope. We abandon this nonsense talking about Nyash. These kids are there. We don't get the educating. Everything you'll be sorry for our people. You can share this video as usual. Yes, if you like to comment, it's fine. If you don't like to comment, you can't stop me from saying what I'm saying. I've been saying it for more than 10 years now. So with or without your comments, but just know that those comments in there go to the benefit of the people who will still come behind. To happen on this video. Those ones who listen to today, in the next 5 years, they will still see this video and they will be like, oh, we've learned something here. Oh, so was it like this then? There are, even yesterday when Manu was playing, my guy was telling me that he's missing that cream, Stella pomade. He used to use it when he was schooling. I was like, yeah, I used it then. Stella pomade, some of you knows it. It comes in two colors. One is white, the other one is yellow. The kids of these days doesn't know it. They haven't seen it. They didn't see it. Even we, there are things we didn't see. We were hearing of them. So those ones that lived before, I don't know. We do can just go our story now. They will still happen on these videos. All about the essence of this internet, so that we can connect and people will learn from our mistakes and people will learn from our knowledge, and then to their advantage. That means the Igbo nation, the prosperous, whereby you're encouraging people to go back to farm, encouraging them to work harder, encouraging them to face technology. That is the way forward now. Yes. And then 4 years in university, you were in China University, mechanical engineering. It will put food on your table more. Or you know, in that school, or you couldn't have been where he is today. Nekos Charis, look at his stories. At the end of the day, he still went back to school. Fine, but don't go Umbrema. You employ him, he works for you. Though it works either way, it depends on your luck. But upon a time change, you change with time. When things are no longer working the way you are, then you change. Focus on follow what is happening. All we want is survival. Thank you. This is where I bring my message to end. If time permits me tonight, I can still come back for more. If time permits, I don't know, but I'm sure I can make it tonight. Maybe from 10 or 9 o'clock. I'll try as much as possible to come live, maybe 9 p.m. Thank you. I love you. Let me love you and leave you now. Thank you. Can you follow Cote d'Ivoire? Follow up, bro. Follow up. Okay. Sharp. On YouTube. Thank you. Michael Slot. Afungi.